So here is my Freddy's lettuce wrap. There's a burger in there somewhere. Jerry has the regular Freddy's burger with French fries. And I do have French fries. They're sitting in the dash. The lettuce wrap is because I am eating healthier. I am on a diet. Lost 10 pounds so far. But today's a cheat day. And so I'm having my Freddy's fries with fry sauce. So that's my luxury. Now we haven't been out. Well, I've been out. He hasn't been out very much for a while because we have had 2 positive tests. My husband's so great that not only does he test positive for the you-know-what, but also positive for the flu. So poor Jerry.
I've been cooped up in a house for 7 days.
He had a double whammy this week. It all started last Saturday after, you may have watched that video of the FedEx truck. That evening he started getting sick, and I was hoping it was just because we was out in the cold that morning helping that FedEx truck. But no, when he tested on Monday morning, the Rona showed up on his test, is how we say it, along with a positive test for flu. So that's been our week so far.
The good thing about it is I did not lose my smell or my taste.
What can you say about your experience of the 2 viruses? Well, for one, I know we're very thankful that
I go, ugh. One's bad enough, but to have both going on at the same time?
I know we're very thankful that this was the, what do they call it, Omicron version. And so it didn't hit and affect him as hard as some people have been hit by the first go around. But he did have the flu with it. And so that kind of gave him a double whammy. I know Sunday he was sick. By Monday he was feeling worse. We called and got an appointment with the doctor. Make sure my mic fuzzy's not showing up in the camera. We called and got an appointment with the doctor by Zoom. The doctor wanted to test him for both flu and the virus. And so when we drove for the test, they called back in 15 minutes
15, 20 minutes.
and said that he was lucky enough to have both of them. Because he had both, they put an extra few days on his quarantine. I think it's just mainly to get his body rested after being sick. But after the doctor prescribed the medication and you got on a good day's worth of the medication, you started perking up and feeling much better, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. It took a couple of days for the drugs to kick in and do what they do. Now I'm trying to adjust to the drugs in my system.
Now, Jerry was vaccinated. I have not been vaccinated because I am one that is very sensitive to prescription medication and vaccines. I have had different experiences with anaphylactic shock.
I never can say that word.
So I have made the personal decision that it's not in my best interest, because of the proneness of anaphylactic shock, to take the vaccine. I'm wanting to see some more evidence on people who have tendency to anaphylactic shock. But Jerry, he was vaccinated. So far, I have not, and I believe I'm not going to have COVID or the flu. Now, many of you don't know that I am certified, well, I am a certified natural health professional and a master herbalist. And so I made the choice 20 years ago, and I haven't turned back, that I take vitamins, supplements. And so as soon as, well, even before COVID, before it came to our house, I was taking preventative measures the natural way, and I have different modalities that I use for that, and that I'm continuing as well. So that's kind of what I am doing at this time. Jerry is his own person, and I have never pushed my modalities, although I did use some of them along with the stuff that he was
kind of
taking.
what you would say a half and halfer.
You're a mutt.
I'm a mutt.
And so,
When it comes to that, there's
getting a text. So
I use herbs, but I don't use them quite the way Leanne does. I'm more of a wimp. My sinuses kick in. I want my Sinofed. I want my
your Sinofed?
Sinofed. What is it that I take?
I don't know what.
I told you I still kind of.
Yeah, he is trying to get his strength back, mainly, is what he's doing now. But anyway, we're all good. We, I think we're on the very tail end of this now.
We are.
And life goes on.
Life goes on, and so do we.
Just finished our Freddy's Burgers and our little date stop. And that's another thing I want to tell you is it really doesn't matter. Masks, no masks, where we're at, we're pretty much rural. We was, very cautious and protective.
That's something people need to be understood. We have been very cautious.
And our friends that got it, they are more cautious than us. And so it's just out there, and it's prevalent. I believe it's nothing that you need to fear. I think letting fear get a hold of you is almost as worse as the virus itself at some point. And that's one thing that, I had a chance to be a little shaken and a little rattled when he started getting sick, because he's always been one prone to pneumonia. And I had to put those blinders on and stay in my lane and not look, okay, this is what it did to other people. And I wish people would stop texting me.
Well, you just put it on silent.
Anyway.
Well, while we're talking about it, the only really, other than normal situations that you have when you get an upper respiratory issue, this experience threw off my balance. It was really weird, and it's kind of messed with my head. I have not always been able to think quite the way I normally would think.
And I don't know if that's the virus or the medicine. He is on some pretty...
Well, vertigo was from the inner ear.
Yeah, but
that
he's
was
on
causing me issues.
some pretty stout steroids right now. It started off with an earache and a headache, he said. And then it just kind of went from there.
And I've still got a slight headache.
And one reason why we took a big precaution with him, and one reason why he got his vaccine, was because he is prone, or has been in the past, prone to...
We need to use the right word. Have had.
Prone to pneumonia. And so we wanted
Because
to...
of allergy issues. Allergies issues come along, and then they start that junky process, and if you don't get on top of it, then it causes a respiratory issue.
So, but anyway, we're doing good now. You know, we've been kind of cooped up too because of the snow. All this happened just back to back, and so it's nice to get out and enjoy a beautiful sunshiny day. It's cold, but it's nice to have a drive and just to be out among the living. Anyway, that's just our little update. Hope you're having a great day.
And remember, how do you close this thing, kid? If you got one life to live, go out and live it.
That's how you close it.
Oh.
You have but this one life to live, so go out and capture your moments.